Hey, what's up, Stuman fans? I'm so sorry. It's been a few weeks since the last video. I've been sick, been getting ready for the holidays, and most importantly, I've been doing one of our major fundraisers for the year, and that's what today's video is about. Several tips for those of you who do some fundraising. Check it out. All right, so we're sort of live on location today, and you can see trees behind me, and that's right, we run a Christmas tree lot. We've been doing this at our church for like 20 years, and it makes a lot of money for us. It's one of our fundraisers, and I'll leave the link to our tree farm in Washington in the show description if you're on the West Coast. It's actually a really great, fun fundraiser. I really enjoy working at it. It does take a long time and a lot of work, but it can yield for you quite a bit of money. But a couple tips on fundraising. As you're thinking about raising funds, what to sell, how to evaluate fundraisers, here's three things. First of all, you're looking for bang for your buck in three areas. First is your time. How much prep work does it take in advance? How much deposit does it take to get materials or the items you're selling? What kind of scheduling does it take? What kind of prep work does it take in advance? Because remember, you are there as a pastor, as a ministry leader, really to do discipleship, not necessarily to raise funds. It's not your primary function, though we all know that fundraising is part of the things that we do. So make sure that it doesn't take too much of your time or a disproportionately amount of your time to the funds that you end up raising, okay? And I'll talk about the two major fundraisers that we do in a minute and then show you how they contrast and make that point. The second thing is your volunteers' time, okay? Looking for bang for your buck in your volunteers' time. Can you do volunteer time in short bursts? Can you make it accessible to them? Can you schedule them easily? Is it worth their time in the return they get for them or their students? And that's the third thing, the student return. How much do they make per shift that they work or item that they sell? We do a fundraiser with a local restaurant called House of Beef here in town. And our students sell a ticket for $40. The person gets a family meal, and the student gets $10 or $15 per meal, depending on which meal they sell, right off the top. It's a great fundraiser, and we do almost no work. So that is huge bang for your buck. Unfortunately, we can't do that every single week all year long, and so we do other things as well. So those three things, your time, your volunteers' time, and your students' benefit, those are three things you really need to consider. And also, you need to consider what kind of things, again, I'm sorry, I'm on location here in our tree lot. You need to consider what kind of things you're selling. People can get really annoyed if you are selling wrapping paper or C's candy or chocolates or different things like that throughout the year. And we also don't want to turn our churches into bazaars where we're constantly hitting up people for money for things they really don't want. So we do a couple things here at our church that people buy anyway, and we are targeting the community, not just our own people. So a couple things that we do. We do a tree lot, which you can see behind me. I have these, I'll turn it around and you can see these gorgeous Christmas trees all around here me. We're actually kind of getting towards the end of our tree lot sales here. It's almost Christmas time. But we also sell fireworks in the summer, and I'll leave a link to TNT Fireworks, and they do nationwide fundraising, and they are a great company to work with. So we sell things that people are already buying, not things that they don't want. So we're not hitting people up at church, we're not doing those kind of things, and we raise quite a bit of money. Now, let me talk to you about cost-benefit analysis, okay? The two things that we do, the two biggest fundraisers that we do are contrasts in cost-benefit analysis. Now, we do the tree lot. Let me just preface this by saying, we do the tree lot because we've done it for a long time. It's a bit of a sacred cow, and we do get to meet quite a few people from outside the church and get to invite them to church. It happens on our campus. So the tree lot's not going away despite this fact. The tree lot takes quite a bit of work from me up in advance. We do a pre-order time in October. We do estimated orders before then. We do actual orders in November. We have a scheduled delivery. There's quite a bit of logistics that happen to get the tree lot up and going before it starts. It also takes quite a bit of manpower and volunteer time. It's open 4 hours every weeknight, 9 to 10 hours every Saturday, and 7 hours every Sunday. So those have to be manned for several weeks in a row. We've been open since the day after Thanksgiving, and today is what, the 12th, and we're probably going through this weekend. It's a kind of a scheduling and a logistics nightmare. And in the end, we just turned a profit like just the other day because there's so much overhead. We will make about $4,000 when all is said and done, which sounds like a lot of money to some people. Some of it's going to our students going to camp and mission trips this summer, and some of it is going to 3 different ministry organizations in our area that we care a lot about, and we're giving something extra toward Christmas. It doesn't keep our lights on. It's not toward my student ministry budget. I work at a church that is generous with our student ministry operating expenses, and so it's great. I know some of you are raising funds just to buy snacks, just to purchase Bibles and things like that, and I totally understand that. The other thing that we do is a fireworks booth, okay? I do relatively very little work in advance. It doesn't take as many man hours because it's only 1 week leading up to 4th of July. It's a lot of hours during that 1 week, and it is hot, but it's just 1 week, and we make more than twice what we make at the tree lot, more than $9,000. So per student, per volunteer hour, and per my time, it's a far better fundraiser. It's fast, it's to the point, it's hectic and quick, but it does bring a big return. Now, some of you guys do spaghetti dinners, or you do servant auctions, or you do different things. Take a look at some of those things and do the cost-benefit analysis. How much time is it taking on your part? How much volunteer time and man hours is it taking on your part, and at what time of year? Okay, and also, is there a good benefit to your students or to your ministry per your time and their time? Are you really getting back what you put into it? So those are some tips on fundraising. If you've got questions or comments about fundraising, please leave them in the comments below. Again, please subscribe, like, and share this channel. We're over 200 subscribers, and that to me is, that's insane to me. And so if it's helpful to any of you guys, especially who are doing fundraising, again, I'm sorry for the shaky video. I'm holding this by my hand here in the tree lot, but I want to do it on site so you can kind of see. If you've got questions, please let us know. Again, we're praying for you. God bless you in your ministry. Peace out.